So today I got something a little bit different for you all. This may look like Ark, may sound like Ark, and definitely, probably, most likely feels like Ark. And well, that's probably because it is indeed Ark. It's just Ark on the Nintendo Switch. Yes, that's right. In case you haven't heard, been living under a rock, or just haven't been following Ark news, Ark released on the Switch this week. But wait, you're probably wondering, Miola, didn't Ark release on Switch like a couple years ago? Well, yes, it did, but this is the new and improved Ark on the Nintendo Switch. And today, I'm here to tell you all about it, what you can expect, my thoughts and experiences with it, all thanks to the team behind it who have sponsored this video. So yeah, Ark is back and better than ever on the Switch. And when I say it's back and better than ever, I mean it. Just look at these side-by-side comparison shots. My friend Ras Clark, he put up a video comparing the old version to the new version. And honestly, night and day. Night and day. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know how the old one ever existed. The new one just absolutely stomps all over it. It's ridiculous. But hey, it's more than just a graphic overhaul. Let's start at the top. When you first load into the game, you'll be met with the usual little Ark style menu screen. You've got your server join, single player, your sound, visual, accessibility options, all that fun stuff. And of course, the survival guide to bring you up to speed on how to play the game. If you've never played the game and your only experiences with the game are watching YouTube videos, this little guide here is definitely a handy little thing to have. The game comes with custom server support, powered and provided by Nitrado servers. I though don't have an online Nintendo membership, so I'm unable to show you that. Yeah, I don't play enough Nintendo online. But anyways, when you do head into single player, you're met with a new screen, one that I'm not familiar with. It's a menu screen with all the Ark maps and DLCs, all selectable, except as you can see, a lot of them are locked. And that's, well, basically every single one of the DLCs and maps will eventually be available on the Switch. However, they are releasing one at a time between now and I think June next year. End of June next year is when Genesis Part 2 is scheduled to release. All the dates are online, so I guess it's kind of like a progressive Game Pass type of situation. And if you do buy the Ultimate Edition, all of these will become available to play as they are released. You don't need to go and like buy them all separately, which is really, really cool. And I should probably mention as well, if you did own Ark on the Switch previous to this, like the old version, you do get the free upgrade completely free. So you don't need to go and like rebuy this for the new and improved Ark. You just basically update your game and you'll have this beautiful new experience, which I think is really cool. And if you have existing worlds and survivors and experiences, they carry on over seamlessly. I haven't tested this personally because I never played the original Switch version, but I am told that your saves will carry across. Now, if you didn't have the original version, there are multiple ways you can buy the game. You can just buy the base game and leave it at that, or you can buy the base game and then buy the game passes, kind of like was on PC. You got the Game Pass that includes your Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction, and then you've also got the Game Pass that comes with the Genesis Part 1 and Part 2, or you can just buy the Ultimate Survivor Edition for $49.99, and that comes with all the DLCs and including a very special new game mode that we're going to talk about a little bit later on that I'm super duper pumped for, but that there is also included. That can be bought separately, but it's also included in this version here too. Now, as of right now, it's just the Island and Scorched Earth DLC, but we're gonna go and hop into the island here. So as you jump in, you're obviously met with the usual Ark world customizabilities. You can customize it completely as you please. However, you're also met with different, I guess, presets, so you can easily just pick easy, medium, hard difficulties, depending on, I guess, where you feel like playing. If you want an easy experience, pick your easy options. If you're like me, veteran of the game, you should probably still pick easy mode because I still die a lot for someone who's played 5,000 hours of Ark. You guys know that about me though, okay? I do not learn from my mistakes. Anyways, once you've sorted all of that out, it's time to finally wake up on your Ark. Well, not until you've created your survivor, of course, which I went and did very easily. Went and recreated my little Miola dude, including a few little sneaky, cheaty commands to make sure we get it as true and proper canon as possible. I wish I could do this in real life. But then, yeah, once you're in, you're pretty much playing Ark as usual. It's pretty well the same game. You run around, punch some trees, punch some dilos, get poisoned by some dilos. That did happen when I first loaded into the world. Pretty much died on the spot, but you can just take my word for it. But yeah, honestly, as someone who hasn't played with a controller or hasn't played one of the console versions of the game, it was a little different adjusting from like keyboard and mouse to the Joy-Cons. I do recommend playing it handheld if you can. I was playing this with the console plugged in, but I did really like having it handheld. I've never played Ark handheld. I never thought I'd be playing Ark handheld. It was really cool, especially the character customization was sweet using a little, because it's a touch screen, of course. And then obviously using your menu screens and stuff like that, it works out really well, just dragging items around with your fingers. It's really nice. Anyways, I ran around and crafted a few things and guilded a few things, and I kind of flew across the map for a little bit just to check out some of the other areas, and I even went and cheated myself in a few things. And that's because you can play the game however you like. You can play it default as intended. You can jump into creative mode and just do some building or flying or spawning stuff in. You can use commands, exact same commands as PC, just type them in. And again, this, like the touchscreen on the Switch, makes this really easy to just like type away any commands, whatever you would like to do. If you're a purist, you don't need to do this stuff, but if you like to just kind of have a little bit of a fun with the game, you can also do that. But yeah, I chose to do this. I went and cheated myself in some levels in tech armor and just to show you all the capabilities. But of course, this all ended exactly as you would expect it to. Despite having a full set of tech armor, despite being a maxed out level 100 character, or level 8, whatever the max amount of levels is, I can't even remember what. Actually, no, I think it was level 100. Because I went and unlocked all of the survivor notes and stuff like that too. I still somehow fell victim to some Trudons. Trudons of all things. Yeah, that's typical me old-fashioned, dying to something I most definitely should not. But yeah, they poisoned me. I didn't even know Trudons could do that. So hey, I learned something from this little experience, didn't I? I can't believe I actually died in full tech gear, full maxed out tech. Anyways. As I was saying at the start of the video, this upgrade to the Switch version comes with more than just an upgrade to graphics. It also comes with new cinematic story content. When you load into your Ark for the first time, you actually get hit with this cutscene, which has never been a thing in Ark before. Not only that, I think there's also one at the end of the game. I think Scorched Earth and Aberration potentially also have new cutscenes, including the very controversial and very much talked about for years and years, Scorched Earth Ascension cutscene. For years, people have begged for this and wondered where the Scorched Earth cutscene is, and there never was one. Well, thanks to, I guess, the Nintendo Switch version, we now finally get to see what happens at the end of Scorched Earth when you beat the Manticore. So that's really cool. Well, they finally just rewarded the players that have been begging years for this cutscene. So that was really cool. On top of this, there's also new Survivor Note commentary. You might have heard of this.
1,000 times over to witness such majesty.
Well, if you find the notes by Helena and Rockwell now, they are narrated. They never used to be before, but now they're narrated by the voice actors. And they sound awesome. They're really cool and definitely adds to the immersiveness of the experience. It's really awesome. Anyways, now that that's aside, let's get on to what I find really interesting out of all of this. A brand spanking new game mode to Ark. This is Ark Dinosaur Discovery. Now, this is a completely different experience to anything you've ever seen in Ark before. Obviously, Ark is a very survivable, sandboxy type of game where you gotta survive and you will die and you gotta go through, I guess, a survival experience. Well, now with this, it's more of an educational adventure, which doesn't sound, I guess, like an action-packed game, but I'm pumped about this. I've been fascinated with dinosaurs since I was a kid. I grew up loving dinosaurs. I guess it's the reason I jumped into Ark 7 years ago when it first came out. I just have a love for dinosaurs, and it just fascinates me that these giant beasts used to roam the world. Well, with this dinosaur discovery mode, basically you can cruise around the Ark, you can unlock dinosaurs, learn real life facts about them, complete missions with them. It's all narrated by the voice actor who plays Helena. It seems like a really cool experience, and I'm psyched to get my hands on this. One, because like I said, I love learning about dinosaurs. I find them so fascinating, but also because I can share this with my children. My daughter Giselle is already coming up and I guess developing a fascination for dinosaurs. She loves them in cartoons and movies and that sort of stuff. But now we can sit there and we can learn about them in game together, especially because the controls for the game have been simplified heavily for this, so that I guess kids can get their hands on it and learn about dinosaurs and I guess jump in on the experience, and it's not too hard for them. But yeah, I'm really excited to jump into this with my kids and I guess just learn about dinosaurs, cruise around as dinosaurs, ride around dinosaurs, just have a bit of a simple educational adventure, I suppose. I don't know. It's a really, really cool thing. Something I never expected to be added to Ark, but I'm really, really psyched for. If you don't want to pay the full price for the full Ark game, or you've already got it elsewhere, you can buy this completely separate for $9.99. But if you do have the Ultimate Survivor Edition of Ark on the Switch, it's included. So kind of really cheap and accessible if you don't have Ark. Then if you do have Ark, you get it free anyway. So yeah, really, really cool. So what do you think? If you've got a Nintendo Switch, do you see yourself picking up the game and giving it a crack? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm interested in hearing other people's opinions on this, especially about Ark Dinosaur Discovery. I really want to know if anyone else is as psyched as I am about, I don't know, just the possibility of a nice old educational learning adventure. I sound like a parent, don't I? Dad mode activated. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in our regularly scheduled content soon. Bye for now.